here to serve the community. I mean, that was one of the bedrock missions that was established back when we started.
One of the real virtues of a community college is it tends to be very reflective of what's going on in the real world, and perhaps better equipped than four-year colleges and even universities to respond quickly to the changing fabric of society.
We created a lot of our curricular programs based on at least the immediate needs.
We had dynamic people that were responsive to the needs of the community, and I think that was our significant growth as we went along, as we had people that were alert to those needs.
The skill sets that are needed out there in the work world today are so different than they were 15, 20 years ago.
We always were treated well by local business and industry.
There's been a very strong connection between the school district, Corning Glassworks at the time, Corning Incorporated now, and the college with regard to needs of sharing and cooperating on facilities to get programs launched.
We did it with Corning with big projects and formal agreements with the other smaller companies.
Where I could very proudly tell industry that whatever education you need, we're able to offer it. Come to us, tell us what it is, and we'll design the methods and the tools and offer it.
The really big development with Corning Incorporated, with optoelectronics.
I remember a very significant meeting with the principals of Corning Incorporated, the unions, Empire State Corporation, politicians, all together, and we had to prove to them that we could, in fact, provide that kind of training.
We were constantly working with Corning management to make the whole process work.
And that resulted in a training program which I think was kind of unique. It was a public-private partnership.
These students were the best. I mean, they were mature students. They bought into this whole thing. They wanted their degree. We had the best time with them.
I think the community's given a lot to us, and from my perspective, giving back to the community was very important.
In 1972, when the flood of Agnes hit Corning, everybody was very glad. This was a nerve center for the whole community, and people lived here. There were families that lived here in the Commons.
Everybody kind of joined forces and worked together to help one another out.
A lot of us pitched in. We canceled classes and took on various roles around town.
And there was a great deal of morale help, but there was also financial assistance.
So the college was a major resource for the community at that time.
Certainly Challenge Cup.
The Community Cup Challenge, which actually was started by two of our faculty here, John Polo and Neil Bulkley.
I just feel like that really, through the years, was a tremendous community effort on our part.
That was great fun, that the faculty would get together and be part of the community.
Again, this is the C in community college. We do have open house at the observatory. It is there for the community to observe.
We bid on and were able to run the National Lacrosse Championship here in Corning, and the school district worked with us, and we were able to host it in the stadium downtown, which is a very nice venue.
The people that are here today, they're very much involved in our community. They make very valuable contributions to service clubs, Chamber of Commerce, the Red Cross, the Boy Scouts, just to name a few.
The community can see us involved in more than just a little place on top of the hill.
Corning Community College is the community's college.
Corning Community College has a rich history of athletics.
Dr. Perry and the Board of Trustees recognized that the schools from which the students were coming, that this was an area, the southern interior, that valued athletics.
The schools around here come on up to Corning because of these particular sports that we're offering them, and they're coming on up here.
I think we've done a good job of maintaining a balance with our athletic programs.
Wrestling was really the one that grew the fastest, that gained the most.
Probably one of the most successful wrestling eras that I've seen in schools.
How much the university, the SUNY at Buffalo, regards this college for its contribution to their wrestling program. We sent a lot of high-quality wrestlers there who also got, of course, very good educations. Our own Dave Quattrone is one.
The most significant moment in my mind is going to the National Wrestling Tournament when I was a sophomore. And the feeling I got standing on that mat when they played the national anthem.
We had a lot of players come here from the local high schools, mainly East, who were exceptional lacrosse players and went on to be stars at four-year institutions once the 4 years said, hey, wait a minute, we got something going on up in upstate New York, we better take a closer look.
We had one great coach. He was in the one of the other divisions. His name was Wayne Kenner.
Bob Shattuck was the first basketball coach. I was the second basketball coach, and Wayne Kenner was the third basketball coach. Now that's about 35 years right there.
He would recruit people from down in New York, outside, all over. He would recruit everywhere. Get these ball players come up here, and he had good, successful teams.
Wayne Kenner and I shared an office for years and years and years. It was considered the basketball office.
They worried about every aspect of their lives to make sure that they were going to be successful.
He set a standard for them that they had to academically achieve.
The students that played for him have gone on, gotten their degrees, and become very, very successful in life.
The legacy that Wayne left and the work he did with minority students was tremendous.
Softball's been put on the map. There's been a national championship garnered.
Kristen, my youngest, participated on the women's softball team, and we watched them win the national championship, which was quite a thrill.
I've thought of our student athletes as being good representatives of CCC. Henry Moonsheen and I, in the early 1970s, got the theater bug.
The drama days were just marvelous as a student.
First show that we did, they were changing a set, flying something, and right in the middle of the show, the ropes broke and the whole thing came tumbling down.
Henry and I developed some theater courses so the students could actually get credit hours.
And the students that were involved, I found that many of them really got into it, and there were many of them that really you'd see them grow as actors from play to play.
The drama group was very important to me as a connection to other people and artistic expression.
Claire Reedy brought in a whole series. For 10 years we did Shakespearean plays with equity actors, guesting, and working side by side with the students.
And this involves students and people from the community.
Now, I'm very proud of the fact that the theater group still is alive and well at CCC.